Hey everyone, this is Ryan, and welcome back to Unlocked English, the slow English podcast where we learn English through real stories, simple explanations, and natural speaking practice. In this podcast, we take things slowly so you can understand every word. Repeat after me and learn how English sounds in real life. Today's episode is a little different because I'm going to tell you a short story, a simple English story that will help you improve your listening, vocabulary, and speaking skills, all at the same time. And as always, I'll stop sometimes to explain important phrases and expressions so you can understand the story deeply and remember it easily. The story today is called The Morning That Changed Everything. Are you ready? Okay, let's begin. It was a cold Monday morning. The alarm went off at 6:30 in the morning, and Emma, our main character, didn't want to get up. She opened one eye, looked at her phone, and said quietly, "Just 5 more minutes." But 5 minutes turned into 15. When she finally got up, she was already late for work. Now, have you ever done that before? Woke up late and had to rush like crazy? Yeah, me too. Emma ran to the bathroom, brushed her teeth, and tried to do her makeup at the same time. She spilled coffee on her shirt, dropped her phone, and said, "Oh no, not again." She was late again. She quickly grabbed her bag, her jacket, and ran out the door. The bus stop was just 5 minutes away, but of course, as soon as she arrived, the bus left. She stood there, breathing heavily, watching the bus drive away. "Great, just great," she said to herself. Now here is a question for you. What do you usually do when something goes wrong in the morning? Do you get angry or do you laugh about it? Emma didn't laugh. She was angry, very angry. She had a big meeting that morning, and now she would be late. So she called a taxi. While waiting, she took a deep breath and said, "Okay, maybe this is not that bad. I'll make it." But when she got in the taxi, she realized she had forgotten her wallet. The driver looked at her through the mirror and said, "Miss, are you okay?" Emma smiled nervously. "Oh, actually, can we stop at my house? I forgot something." The driver smiled. "No problem. Happens all the time." So they turned around. Now here is the interesting part. When Emma went back home to get her wallet, she noticed something unusual. Her cat, Luna, was sitting near the window, staring outside. Emma looked out too and saw an old man trying to carry a heavy box up the stairs. Without thinking, she opened the door and said, "Wait, let me help you." She ran down, helped the man carry the box, and he smiled and said, "Thank you, young lady. You're very kind." Emma smiled back and said, "You're welcome. Have a great day." And then something strange happened. When she got back into the taxi, the driver said, "You know, miss, that was very nice of you. Not many people stop to help strangers these days." Emma smiled again. Yeah, it just felt like the right thing to do. The driver nodded. Good things always come back to good people. And guess what? When they arrived at her office, the meeting had just been delayed by 30 minutes. She wasn't late after all. She walked into the office, calm and happy. Her co-workers looked stressed, but she was smiling. And that's when she realized something important. She said to herself, sometimes when things go wrong, they're actually going right, just in a different way. Now let's talk about the lesson behind this story. This story isn't only about vocabulary or grammar, it's about attitude. Emma started her day in a bad mood. Everything went wrong. She woke up late, missed the bus, forgot her wallet. But one small act of kindness changed everything. Her bad morning became a good day, and she learned something powerful. When you stay calm, when you do something kind, life often surprises you in a good way. So here are a few useful English expressions we heard in the story. Let's review them slowly. Just 5 more minutes. Something we say when we don't want to get up. Repeat after me. Just 5 more minutes. Oh no, not again. You can say this when something bad happens repeatedly. Happens all the time. A natural way to say it's okay, this is normal. Happens all the time. Good things always come back to good people. A positive expression meaning kindness always returns to you. Now try to say these sentences out loud. Just 5 more minutes. Oh no, not again. Happens all the time. Good things always come back to good people. Good job. See, you just learned real English phrases from a story. That's the magic of stories. They help you remember words and ideas without memorizing them. You can feel the meaning, not just study it. Now, here is a little reflection. Learning English with short stories is powerful because your brain remembers emotions, not rules. When you listen to a story, you imagine it, you feel it, and that's how real learning happens. So from today, don't just study grammar or vocabulary lists. Find short stories like this one. Listen to them again and again, and repeat the sentences out loud. That's how you'll learn English naturally. You can even make your own story. It doesn't have to be long. Something like, yesterday I woke up late. I missed my bus, but I met a new friend on my way to work. That's real English, your life and your story. So, here is my challenge for you today. Write a short story about your morning. It can be funny, simple, or even boring. It doesn't matter. Just write it in English and read it out loud. You'll be surprised how much you remember later. All right, my friends. That's it for today's slow English story. Remember, every small story helps you grow. So keep listening, keep speaking, and keep unlocking your English, one story at a time. If you liked this episode, please subscribe, share it with a friend who loves learning English, and tell me in the comments, do you like learning English through stories? I'd love to know. I'm Ryan, and this was Unlocked English, the Slow English podcast. Thanks for listening and see you in the next episode. Bye for now.